Hello, and welcome to Core Analytx Studio Report Designer. Let us begin by going over the basic functions, the capabilities, and some of the benefits of using this software online. The Studio Report Designer is a tool in which data can be pulled from multiple different data sources, such as XML, JSON, connection to MySQL, and CSV. Then you can create a report around that data in a number of different ways. This example shows you how you can import data with a CSV file. First, you must compress the data into a zip CSV file, and then you can import the data into your project assets. Once the data has been imported, you can see what has been imported in 4 columns. The first column tells you if it is used or not, with a checked box. The second column tells you the source field of what the data will say or where the data source is coming from. The third column tells you the sample value or how the data will be displayed. And the fourth column tells you the type of data that will be displayed in the report. Once you have selected the data and mapped the fields, you can extract the data and design the report. You can find tools for the designer in the palette on the left and in the toolbar at the top. To create a report title, you simply click on the third icon down that says Bands. You can define horizontal areas inside the report to add text. Inside the band area, you can add in text from the Components menu icon that has the text creation tool by clicking inside the title band area, which you can then edit with the expression editor. Also, inside the band's icon palette, there is a data band tool, which is used for defining the data you would like to bring into the report. Once you add a data band, you can select the data sources to be used in the report. Under the Data Source folder and the subdirectory folder named DS, where it will have the data you just imported from the CSV file. Now that you have selected the data source, you can add columns to the report with the text tool, again by clicking in the data field area. You can then preview the design as it will be laid out on the page by clicking on the Preview tab at the top left of the report. Now let's add a data chart in the form of a clustered column. So just click on the Chart tool in the Component icon drop-down menu. Then in the pop-up menu, we're going to add 2 series to the chart of clustered columns. So in Series 1, click on the Value Data column, and then click the small button to the side here to reveal the data to be included. So we want to choose the actual value for this graph. Then to select the category in the graph, we choose the Argument button. And then we select from the data source the product data. So in Series 2 of the Value Data column, choose the forecast value. And then for the argument, choose Product. So you now see here your basic chart where you have entered data and are able to preview it again by clicking on the Preview tab. You can also add filters to the chart to filter out selected data that you would like to highlight or remove in the final graph, in the Properties tab. Right here next to the dictionary on the right-hand side of the screen, by typing in the name of the data you would like to filter out. Another way to create graphs and charts in the Studio Report Designer is to click on the crosstab icon in the palette on the left. It's very similar to creating a chart with a data band. You have to first select the data source, and then you can drag and drop the properties of the graph, the rows, the columns, and the summary areas, which you can also further label and select either vertical or horizontal orientation. You can also preview this and make any necessary changes as needed. And now to add images, you click on the Images icon in the Components menu in the Tools palette on the left. And then, you click on the report and you can select the area that you want to insert the image. After you select the area in the report, you can choose the file that you want to use for the image in the area. Once you load the image, you can then resize it and preview it to see how it looks. You can add borders and customize the border style, shape, and colors in the menu at the top right. You can also load in templates which you can customize and use to begin your projects a little faster. Here's a template that I've loaded in with a chart and a graph. You just have to click Populate and then choose the file you want to load in as the data to be used in the report. Now that you're done with the report, you can save the report in the Preview tab menu at the top of the screen. You can choose your hard drive and also a variety of different formats and locations. Or you can choose to publish it on the web instantly that you can share with anyone. Thanks for watching this tutorial on the Core Analytx Studio Report Designer. Please reach out to Core Analytx if you need further information or training to get you started. Starter trainings are free. The contact email is support@coreanalytx.com. Our phone number is 1-800-514-8022. 1-800-514-8022.